Welcome to the postseason whatever podcast for Tonto's demise.
And who are you?
I am Matt Detling, winner of Tonto Bowl 1 and Tonto Bowl 3.
Detonators here, Tonto Bowl 6 champ and runner-up to Tonto Bowl 12.
Wait, we're doing runner-ups?
I figure, you know what? Nobody remembers when you're runner-up, so if you remind people over and over, they're going to have to remember. So, runner-up, Tonto Bowl 12, lost to Jet.
Wow, I don't even remember the years of running up, but runner-up to Kevin Bean, Brian Volska. What year were yours that you won?
6.
Runner-up to Tonto Bowl 6, and was it 13?
13, I think, yeah. Yep.
Runner-up to Tonto Bowl 13.
Ouch, that's a long list. That's longer than the list that you've won.
I mean, if we really want to get into this,
You're on a 3 Tonto Bowl drought that you've lost.
we all know the real reward is just getting there, and it's one game.
Tell that to Tom Brady.
Fuck Tom Brady. No, but seriously, so yeah, I'm 2-3 in my Tonto Bowl record.
Yeah, 2, not 2 out of 3, 2 and 3.
I know, 2 wins, 3
What Crosby's 3 and 1.
That's hockey. We're not going to talk about that. So I'm 2-3. I have the most Tonto Bowl appearances in our league, and also I feel that speaks volumes. I know everybody's like Craig's a wizard because he's 4 for 4, but I've been to 5. Craig he's not made the playoffs 2 out of 3 years, so I don't get where you're saying he's a wizard. He's not.
You're saying it well.
I could easily be literally with a twist of one little thing here or there. I could be 4-1. I won't give it myself the satisfaction. I had no chance against Bean the one game. He destroyed me. But against you, if Brandon Jacobs the coach doesn't give it to Brandon Jacobs 4 times in the end zone, I win. Against Gags, if I don't have an hour and 20 minute break, if I don't wait 1 hour and 20 minutes, if I got third break or second break, I would be able to change it to Adam Thielen. I'm telling you, I swear that I wanted Adam Thielen in there, but I couldn't get to the computer or my phone. And that's why I lost.
Why didn't you call it in?
Because I could not leave the table. I had my thought there, and I said, I need to start Adam Thielen. I need to start him.
You sure it wasn't just a passing thought?
No, it was very adamant in my head. And I was not allowed to leave the table. And I blame that.
You sure this isn't like a tree size thing where the kids changed his roster?
No. I'm telling you, hey, I admit the loss. I put Willie Steele in there first, and then I had second thoughts about it. I should have just flipped a coin, but hey, I lost. Gags won, but everybody thought Gags was going to win anyway, so big deal.
All right, so why did you choose that song for the opener?
I feel yes, the song "Don't You Walk On By" is very fitting because that's what I view the championship trophy as. Gags walks on by with it. Don't you turn away, don't you forget about me.
Yeah.
That's the trophy. It's speaking to me. It's like, keep on trying. And you lost this time, but I will return to you one day.
So and that's very possible, and I have a feeling it's going to go straight to his head anyway. He's won 2 championships, in 3 years? Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah, because I think he won, then came in second to last, and then he won again. Reminds me of a young buck named Matt Detling, who won the first 2 out of 3.
Now, we've completely dashed Kabisic's hopes for a dynasty, but Gags' dynasty hopes are large. I mean, they are they're alive, and healthy.
I mean, last year, but Gags did everything he could. Major trades, trading Antonio Brown for gold, basically a wealth of players. Then traded and got him back somehow. Josh,
Josh
got Ezekiel Elliott. I can't remember all the trades, but he had a Pro Bowl roster.
He did,
and he still almost lost the championship.
I mean, going after the draft, according to the app that I was using, he was heavily favored.
Stupid draft.
It was true. He was heavily favored to win it all, and he did.
Well, before all the trades.
Yeah, I know, and you can't put that into effect.
Cam Newton had barely any points in the championship game, but for me, Seattle had no points. The defense, the one time all year, so it worked out for him. I don't want to talk about that anymore, Brian.
All right, we won't talk about that anymore for now.
For now.
This is postseason, so let's talk about postseason. How's your off season been? Since whatever it was, Christmas, since the New Year's.
Well, my off season, I will not lie, the first 3 months were very devastating to me. It took me that long to get over the loss.
So you're like March, like we were talking like St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, pretty much. I would literally be dealing cards, and I'd be like, fucking gags. Like, it was bad. Like, I was just like, how the fuck did he win? It just really irked me. Couldn't believe I got that close again and lost. And so it took a long time. I was in podcast. I was in deep podcasts. Like,
really?
Even the season ended, I was still listening to podcasts, draft podcasts, possible free agent podcasts.
Wow.
I was in there. I was like, I gotta do this. I gotta keep up on it. Gotta be ahead of everybody. And then after like 3 months, I said, what am I doing? Like, my life is work, my girlfriend waiting for her to go to sleep, and me listening to podcasts about football while she's sleeping.
You're like, hey, Brogan, you're looking pretty tired.
Yeah, exactly. I like push her to the bed. Like, I'm writing down notes in the dark.
And she's like, don't you want to cuddle?
No, yeah, I didn't at the time. I was like, I lost the championship. You gotta give me some space. So
Did she support you?
well, no, she wasn't very happy about it. She's like, I don't care about it. Like, you're still number one in my book. Stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, shut up.
Empty little like.
Empty little compliments. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, it doesn't mean anything to me. So, but no, everything's been going well. I just kind of been working. I'm bored of my job, not motivated.
Gotcha.
Just
I
hanging
saw
out.
you took a vacation, right?
Did I take a vacation?
Yeah, didn't you go biking?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did. I went down to Damascus, Virginia.
Yeah.
Can't even remember that. Had a good time. Went down the Creeper Trail. Very fitting.
Nice.
Thought Craig should be there, but he wasn't.
Became a godfather.
I did. How do you know more about me?
I don't know.
I became a godfather, yes, to Ryan Foy's baby Benjamin, and
For those who don't know, you probably met Foy if you came to the draft because he's the bartender there.
yes, he served you the exorbitant tab that I received from you guys drinking.
Right.
But yeah, I became a godfather, and I learned that there's a lot more it entails than just saying I'm the godfather. Apparently, if he dies, I have to take care of the kids.
That's a given. You think you would know that?
What? And then apparently Craig.
Who's the godmother? Do we know?
Oh yes, his girlfriend's sister.
Okay.
So
She'll probably take care of them.
that's what
Little Ben.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
nobody. I don't want to take the baby from the family. So I mean, the family lives in Wimber, so it's probably gonna stay in Wimber.
And they're probably thinking like you're a figurehead godfather. I mean, let's be honest. They're not like if something happens to Foy and his girlfriend, they're not thinking like, we gotta go to Delling first.
Like swooping on and taking that kid, running away. Yep.
That's probably not gonna happen.
No, it's probably not. But yeah, but I also learned Craig actually was at the I don't know, baptism, and he goes to me. Craig's there for the mass, and that's it. And he goes back just to work. It's just funny because Craig swoops in, swoops out.
Yep.
So I guess I could tell why Foy didn't get him as the godfather, but no. Well, it was also because Foy wasn't, or mainly what it came down to is because none of his other friends are Catholic. It's basically
Right.
Craig and Justin don't believe in Catholicism anymore. That's their personal opinion. But Craig went to the mass and he goes to me. He's like, what you have to do is the godfather. And I was like, yeah, I gotta take the kid if he dies. Just saying like nonchalantly.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, no, not just that. And I go, well, what do you mean? He's like, you have to get him like a gift on his birthday. And I go, every year? Craig's like, yeah.
And I think you have to get him a Christmas present too.
That's what Brogan said.
Yeah.
But I disagree on the Christmas present. I don't think why should I buy this kid anything? This kid cost me $100 before I even met him. Or no, the second time I met him. I bought him a bank with an engraving, and then I put $50 in the bank for his first donation, and still haven't got a thank you card for that.
Wow.
Foy said he's too busy not only getting 2 hours of sleep at night to even know that their thank you cards are in a drawer.
Well, then while you're up, not sleeping, fill those out.
Yeah. Well, apparently he's taking care of his kid who somehow he says poop like levitates above. It's like a raising poop. Somehow the kid shits poop up in the air that goes through the diaper up his back. It sounds nasty and it probably is nasty.
Gravity Hill.
Gravity. Gross. But yeah, so I was a godfather.
I have to point this out though. Delling had to fake join a church in order to become a godfather. St. Anthony's, the church, his home church, wouldn't allow him to be a godfather.
It's true.
So he had to like join Brogan's church unofficially and never attended one mass. Which I say, like, kudos to you. You did it. You pulled it off. You pulled some strings and you became a member of the church.
Sure, which reminds me, that's more money the kid cost me. So yeah, but St. Anthony's would not let me be. I'm no longer a member at St. Anthony's. Apparently 14 years of devout service to that place does not mean anything.
Right.
So, whatever. Screw you, St. Anthony's. I now belong to a church that I can't even name.
And probably will never attend.
I will attend one time at least, if I'm still with Brogan. Brogan said I will attend once.
Christmas.
I heard it's a very lovely church.
I'm sure it is.
These rocks.
All right.
By Eaton Park.
You'll have to follow up.
I will. I'll follow up on it. So, but yeah, so that's it. Also, there's one big announcement just happened. Everybody will be happy to know. I filled those drawers.
Whoa, say that again?
I filled those drawers.
Filled those drawers.
That's correct, sir.
I mean, I'm speechless. I'll be honest. I found out a few minutes before the podcast.
It was supposed to be a total surprise, but Crystal asked a question. I didn't want to like hem-haw around it. Be like, tell her, yeah, I moved in. You know, so I let
color me shocked. Color me shocked. Although I will say that Delling still has his pinky toe in the. Got cut off from a flash flood emergency. We're gonna carry on. We're up pretty high on a hill here. So yeah, I was saying, yes, we are above the floodplain. I was just saying that Delling still has his pinky toe in the door because he has not paid rent or given up his key. So, do you care to comment on that?
Well, yeah, I haven't given up my key. I still have my mattress there, my TV there, and my dresser casing without the drawers. And, you know, I haven't paid rent to either of them.
You're a freeloader.
Well, I'm going to pay Brogan. And
you're a vagrant?
A vagrant would be, yeah, a vagrant. I was called that in college once. It's a whole nother story. But, no, so I'm going to pay Brogan the rent. And who knows, maybe I'll offer the other roommate Ben like a $200 rental or like a rental fee, like a holder's fee or whatever you call it. Like, can I just keep this here for the summer?
That's a good
just
idea.
In case.
So have you officially filled the drawers?
I have.
Your clothes are in those drawers.
Clothes are in the drawers.
Wow.
Yes. And I got a bunch of bags of crap around, like just laying around. I gotta go through and do a bunch of stuff. And but yeah, I filled the drawers.
You have a closet too?
I have some. She has a closet.
Okay.
It's like all her stuff.
You have some closet space?
Yeah, like a little mini space.
Okay.
But yeah, I told Ben, the roommate, I said, because he's, oh, you're moving out? I said, yeah. And I said, yeah, I'm moving out, but I said, hey, you never know. A couple months could go by, and I could show up on your doorstep with like $600 and just say, here,
I'm back.
I'm back. And he said, I'll be okay with that. That's fine. No problem.
He's been getting free $600 for how many months now?
It's been a while. At least like 6 or 7 months, pretty much.
Where you really haven't been staying there.
Yeah. One thing about renting that kills me is like, I did like, do the math, like $600, $6,000, like $7,200 per year that I give them. And I'm thinking I could just have a house I could be paying that on.
Oh, yeah.
That's what like drives me nuts. I could just get, in Pittsburgh, you can get $100,000 to
easily
$140,000. I think John Catola pays, he said like $1,100 for $140,000. Yep. And he didn't he said he barely put anything down. So, but yeah, just the things you think about. If it was like New York, you wouldn't think about that because you were like, you can't afford to buy anything because it's $1 million dollars for a 1-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn.
So when did you fill the drawers?
Within the last week.
Wow.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Under a cloak of darkness in the middle of the night.
Cloak of darkness. It's very.
Do your parents know?
Yes, they know.
Okay.
I mean, I still don't know how I feel about it. It feels weird to me.
Yeah, that was my next question. How does it feel?
It feels weird. I feel like I should break off and run. Just never come back. And just, I mean, from everything. Just like,
do you feel like
you run from Pittsburgh and be unheard or unseen.
Do you feel like you're suffocated?
Do I feel like I'm suffocated? Yeah. I mean, a little bit. I mean, just like, it's weird having somebody around all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Than a person that like wants to be with you all the time. And I mean, like, it's terrible to say something like that.
I mean, she's a great person, so that's right. I mean, these are all positive things. You're just putting a weird spin on them.
Yeah, I guess so.
She's a great person. Great catch.
She's such a great catch. Why don't you live with her, Brian?
Wow. I hope Brogan doesn't hear this.
Nah, I'm joking. Am I? No. No, I've heard it's Justin Bieber's wife will say I have commitment issues.
I know.
So they might be rising to the top.
Yeah.
But the only reason I have commitment issues is because of because of past events in my life. So.
True. Hey, and they're valid reasons.
Yes, there's some very heavy stuff that went down, and I didn't go to therapy for it, so I just figured it out myself.
That's right. So it's not going to be like easy just moving in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
So how's Brogan feeling about it?
Oh, she loves it. She loves it. She's like, this makes me happy, and I'm like, shut up. Just everything I do is I can do no wrong. I don't know.
She's an evil genius.
She knew what she was doing.
Oh yeah,
I think all women do.
absolutely.
It's not fair.
I'll get into this in a different podcast, but Jimmy's woman knew exactly what she was doing. Amanda.
Oh, really?
I had a long chat with her, and she had her eyes set on Jimmy from a distance, from
Fatty Middler.
from another state, and she reeled him in. He had no idea what was going on.
He loves it.
I mean, I think that most women are just pulling the strings, and guys just along for the ride.
True. Gotta figure out. Every once in a while, you gotta pull a string back. You gotta tug on it a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe you can, in other follow-up drafts, tell us about how you've tugged on some shit.
Here she comes. I mean, here's what I did. I said, bitch.
You guys are in so much trouble because I heard this conversation. And that
Oh, crap.
I stepped in just now to tell you that yes, I love my husband. My clingy, suffocating husband. Who I have survived living with since 2005. So if I can do it, you can do it.
Ouch.
We're learning about you, Brian. Suffocating clingy.
Well, she came downstairs without makeup on to say that.
Wow, I didn't even hear her. She's like a ninja.
Yeah.
Like a
I
silent
didn't either.
ninja.
I didn't
That's
hear
probably how she creeps away from you.
Probably.
She's like, I'm gonna get her into the other room upstairs before Brian makes it home.
I like to cuddle.
You like to cling, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Cuddles.
Yeah.
No, that's your new nickname. Hey,
So-
Cuddles.
If it doesn't work out, Berg and I will just cuddle together.
Oh, whoa.
Just saying.
Whoa.
Although opposites attract, so probably wouldn't work.
Probably wouldn't work, or would
No,
it?
it wouldn't work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. Move on, next subject, Brian. Let's get out of this one
Well,
before we get in trouble.
congratulations on filling the drawers. Hopefully they stay filled the entire season. And at least you have this behind you now, because now you can focus on fantasy football, whatever else. You don't have to worry about moving in. You're already in.
It's true. Well, then there's the other thing you got to worry about. Is I'm saving money on rent. You know what she wants me to save rent money for?
Oh yeah.
It's that thing called a ring.
Yep. And I'm not even going to make a prediction because who knows? I mean, I'm sure you have a rough ballpark in your mind. Maybe not.
I don't know. There's nothing going on up there in that mine.
Hey, just do this for me. Make sure that she has no idea when it's coming, because it's not as fun whenever you're kind of forcing to giving her a ring and she's sees it coming a mile away. Just catch her off guard.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
I got if it happens, I have some plans.
Yeah. Don't be like, oh, we're gonna go out for dinner to some faraway restaurant on vacation, and she can see it, see it coming.
Going to Aruba. There's gonna be a table on the beach.
Yeah.
And then I'll just do that. And I
on
won't.
Valentine's Day.
I just won't even propose.
Yeah.
She'll be so upset.
Oh man, I feel like the longest vacation ever.
Is it coming? It's gotta be now. All these great moments, why are there roses on the bed? Stuff like that.
I just can't do it.
Right. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, and my off season has been NOLA, pretty much.
Pretty much
Yeah,
NOLA?
nonstop NOLA. I'm trying to turn her into a sports fan.
Oh yeah. How's that going for you?
Not bad. I mean, she was up watching the Cup. She watched the final, so she saw them skating around the Cup, and I didn't even have to cue her. She started clapping
Nice.
that the Penguins won. I mean, she claps whenever anybody claps, so probably heard the cheering on the TV and me cheering. So
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna say that she knew that the Pens wanting back-to-back cups. But little side note, NOLA has never been in existence when the Penguins have lost. So there might come a day at some point in her life that I'll have to tell her that that shiny silver cup doesn't automatically come to Pittsburgh every summer.
Hopefully not next year.
Yeah, hopefully not next year. Maybe it'll be the same year that she finds out Santa Claus isn't real, and then we'll just get it all done at once.
That would be awesome.
You know, maybe here like
she's
19
years
yeah,
old.
13. The Penguins have won 14 consecutive cups.
That's right. It's just as Crosby all around.
And then it'll be like a few teams have dropped out because it's not fun anymore.
Well, chants like "fuck the Flyers" on the cup for Jimmy Crick.
Yeah. But yeah, took Nola to a Pirates game. This time she cheered, but she was cheering for the Cubs because we got crushed by the Cubs. Pirates got like 3 hits.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah, so she was basically cheering on, like, let's see here, Ian Happ when he hit his home run.
Hey, he's from Pittsburgh.
That's true. Who else was she cheering on? Who's the first baseman? Rizzo. Yeah, she cheered on Rizzo. He got like 3 doubles like he always does against Pittsburgh.
Or a monster home run.
Yep. But she was sound asleep when Jordy Mercer hit his home run. She woke up for 10 seconds, looked around, smiled, went right back to sleep. So
Jeez.
I was proud about that. But yeah, nothing else major on the off season.
All right. We might be possibly open to making a skit of the trials and tribulations of Brian Volsko as a father for the podcast. Maybe like a weekly story.
Yeah. Okay, we could try to work that in.
All right. A little real Tonto's Demise Theater.
Oh, I like it. And this year I want to get more interviews. We always get a few, but it would be great if we could somehow manage to get like an interview, maybe not every week, but every other week. Like
Yeah, we could do that. Do an interview or do some like investigative reporting.
Ooh, that would be great. Josh will drive up for one interview. He's good for that.
All right. Maybe we could bring back the emails.
Oh, yes.
So and we could probably try to do more skits. We were very we weren't.
We got too heavily focused on football.
Yeah, what is up with that?
Seriously.
I don't know. Perish the thought.
I know.
We need to start like just completely like maybe like 5 minutes of football.
Yeah.
1 minute or 1 hour and 45 minutes of whatever else.
Here's the previews, you know.
Right.
This week's matchups, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Yeah. Da da da. And now on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
LCD sound system.
All right. I think that's good enough for the off season for now.
I like it. Business.
Wow. You've been working on that.
I have.
All right. So we probably have more unfinished business than we're even going to get to because it's been like a long 6.5 months since the last podcast.
It has been.
Yeah. Speaking of which, maybe we should go to this first. I think it was you were going to address this to Mr. Kubisic.
Yes. This one goes out for unfinished business to Craig Kubisic. Hey, Craig. Remember the year you won that championship? Remember how it might have been like a week or less? There's this video that came to us. It was like an hour. It was you sitting there, an hour and a half, sitting there in front of that computer with your sunglasses on and your Antonio Brown Walmart T-shirts, talking about going through every single team this season and what they did wrong.
Why they didn't win.
Yeah, why they didn't win, and talking about how you won that championship and what you did right and how you were so great and you were smiling and all this stuff. I just want to know, dude, like, where are you? Like, it's been 6.5 months. I asked you like 5 times, are we going to get the video? And you're like, yeah, but you never got a video. Like,
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. I mean, it could be because he sucks. He didn't make the playoffs. His team was terrible. It was garbage. I mean, we all know that Craig sucks. He's just not that good. And he was so ashamed of his season that he couldn't even bring himself to
Show his face
to the league. And we both have duties here, Craig. We're the podcast.
Yeah.
You're the video cast.
Yeah.
We have to make a podcast in the middle of the summer just to save your sorry butt. And like I never even got the score of the championship game. I just know I lost.
You don't even know how much you
I
lost
don't even know
by.
I lost by.
Wow.
So Craig didn't even total up and give like a quick rundown of everything like he should be doing. Like, you got one job, Craig. One job.
Right. The season doesn't end when you're out of it.
Right.
It still goes on.
Yeah, like when my team sucked the year before with all the injuries and I didn't make the playoffs, I was still there in the podcast, rooting people on, destroying other people's teams. I was giving people the overview. Where? I mean, I don't understand. What's wrong, Craig? What's wrong? Tell us what's wrong.
So yeah, Craig get working on that video. We know you're on
want the video.
vacation. You know, you have time to go down to Disney World, so you've got time to make your video.
You got time to go to Disney World. You got time to. By the way, the live fireworks thing I did end up watching was fantastic. And you did get to go on the cruise, so you've had several times where you got to do. Who knows? You probably went to a Pearl Jam concert somewhere. But yeah, you've had lots of time.
You've had your time.
Yeah.
Now give it back to the league.
That's right. For the greater good.
That's right. All right, next up, Gags, this is for you. Since you are the defending champ, I'll say it because Detling won't want to for a little while until maybe the middle of the season. But since you are the defending champ, when is the draft? I assume that it's going to be the weekend before Labor Day. But we need to get this on the calendar because,
We got to have a date set up so people can take the days off.
So Josh can get a babysitter.
Yes, Josh, get that babysitter right now. I have to take a day off of work or take a personal day, no matter what. Well, I know Jim Crick can't do Labor Day or whatever. His son has the first week of football, something like that.
So it's usually that weekend before is the best. And I'm assuming it's going to have to be Sunday because Jut and
Craig
have to work on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I have to say that I am not looking forward to this because the first day of school is on Monday. And usually it's not a big deal because I'm driving back from Windber,
Right.
the last couple of years, which Kitchen of Love is, their reign is over.
The rain is over.
But, now I'm going to have to drive probably 6 hours to get back to Pittsburgh, and it's going to be late, and we have to, first day of school, and those kids are going to just eat me alive. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Right.
I mean, usually they're zombies for the first couple hours, but then once the lunch hits, all hell breaks loose because they wake up and, they haven't followed a single rule for 3 months. So for them to, have 25 kids staring at you and you're, going on 4 hours of sleep, it's not going to be pretty.
You better be drinking coffee, buddy. That's all I got to say.
I know. Now, I can't remember. Who's driving?
You're driving.
Are you sure?
I am positive. You are driving. You lost that part.
That was the worst bet ever.
It was,
I mean,
yes.
Not only do we have to drive across the state, I have to drive. This is the worst.
And this doesn't count as you're giving me a ride either.
And who did we say gets control of music? Is Jut?
It's Jut.
Oh, man.
Could be worse. It could be Craig.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting with Jut. Maybe he'll make a playlist.
Maybe, yeah. If it was Craig, he'd play the Alvin Chipmunks over and over and over and over and over like he did for Christmas at Rizzo's.
I would not put it past Jut, though, just to torture us.
I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
I'd be like, nope, I'll get an Uber. It's all you, Brian.
All right, so Gags, get back to us on that. I do remember this. I remember you saying that there was going to be, I think, salmon or steak.
Ooh.
I really do think he said that.
I would love it.
I know it said salmon, but I think it was also a steak.
Salmon or steak would be good for me.
Yeah. And are we going to... Gags, it's up to you. Are we having it at your house? Are we going to go out to a bar? I mean, preferably a home draft is better. We've been at the hotel the last 2 years, and we got bumped out from that.
By a lesbian bridal shower or
Not that
something.
there's anything wrong with that.
No.
But we got bumped out into 95-degree weather.
And Craig laughed about it.
I know.
That was the worst draft ever.
So, Gags, paint us a picture of what this is going to look like. If you want to call into the Google number, you can,
shoot an email out to everybody is what you should do.
The line app, whatever.
Get Jimmy on it. You guys work. Get stuff working. Get stuff moving.
Yeah. So, but seriously, we need to get it on the calendar so that I can tell Crystal, so that I can make sure that I can be free that weekend.
Me too.
All right.
You gotta tell Brogan.
She can watch you every single second.
Brogan, you're not coming, Brogan. I want to go with you. Nope. This is a man's day. I'll have to mansplain it to her.
All right. So we want to know, because Delling and I can't remember this. Is that Brogan calling?
That's my parents.
Okay. We want to know, at the very last second, there was another rule proposal for half-point PPR. It was brought up at the draft. I believe that we did a vote on it, but Detling and I can't remember if it passed or not. I don't think it did, but it's possible that it did. So Craig or Jimmy or anyone, if you remember whether or not what the vote count was on that, or if it passed or failed, just let us know.
Yeah, I would appreciate that because that goes in the strategy. And also, I completely forgot about Unfinished Business, but Kevin Bean did that thing with the whatever podcast, and they had talked about the rules.
Podcast?
Yeah, it was a CBS, and he said he wanted to know about it. I never even listened to that podcast, but
I listened to that.
it was kind of interesting that they did talk about it.
Yeah.
The Golden guys, it's kind of unfair. But so let's know about the rule. I just want to hear the ruling of what it was because I don't remember the voting. I probably voted nay.
I probably did too. I have a feeling it didn't pass, but because I think I told Josh, I'm like, if you want anything to pass, it's going to take 3 or 4 years
of constant.
That's right.
Constant arguing with us.
And my legislation is finally passed.
Oh, hey, fuck that. Still disagree with it, but whatever.
Hey, you can repeal and replace it.
Yeah. That takes 8 years.
That's right.
The league hates change. But no, so just get us an update on that rule for everybody, so we can update our stats, our lists, and stuff like that. Because what happened was with me, once Bean said this, I looked, I said, holy crap, Bean's listening to podcasts? Bean is talking with these people?
Right.
It's like June, whatever, I think it was June.
It was like the beginning of June, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
So I am not, and I said to Justin and them, I said, what? I was like, I'm not even started, and Justin said, we started like 3 months ago, bitch. Basically is what he said. So like, I was like, well, my wake-up call, I have to get into football now because all you guys are trying to take down Gags, and the way I look at it, you're trying to take me down too. So I have to start preparing.
We're going for Gags, don't worry.
Well, you know what?
Well, I can say the same thing about me. Remember in 2015 or 15, when I was in second place, you guys are probably trying to take me down.
True. I can say the same thing about Tonto 6 when I was second place.
Tonto 12 runner-up.
All right, moving along.
All right.
So, all right, and on the next thing for the unfinished business, we have the where is my money logo subject. Basically, at this point, there's no point in sending it in the mail because by the time it'd be like August and stuff when it gets here. So we're just saying, Jimmy, just bring it to the draft. It'd be better. It'd also save you money on stamps.
Yeah.
And just bring the money in the draft card. Basically, it's all, which would be perfect because, I mean, for me, it'd be like another gift at the draft. Something, another reason to come to the draft is like I get my Dr. Doom. You know,
that's right.
Like I get my little card that, like, you know, like people like the United Nations when they're sitting at their desk and they have their country. Like I could prop up Dr. Doom.
You know what you could prop that Dr. Doom up on?
What?
Probably a beer that I owe you, but that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say you could prop it up on the ducks that I forgot to bring.
Oh.
We'll bring.
Ducks.
Try to remind me. We'll bring everybody's personalized duck to the draft, and they can keep them.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, sweet.
So then you'll have a card and a duck, and you can take that home.
All right, and I will also bring the Redskins pen for Craig.
He definitely deserves it.
So yeah, it's just like a quick little thing with the money. Make it easy. Just give it to us at the draft. That's all it is. That's all it was. Not really. It's not really unfinished business. Just saying this solve the problem. Just solve it. Trade time, trading guys, excellent. It's like we never left.
I know, that is weird. That's like 7 months, and we didn't practice once. Just so everybody knows.
Must be how the Rolling Stones feel.
I'm sure that's exactly how they feel.
We are that good. I'm Mick Jagger. You're Keith Richards.
Now everybody's probably wondering, why are we having trade time during the off season? Well, it's because my rule finally passed. And Dylan, I have to ask you right now, how are you feeling about the new rule? It's mid off season. The rule's officially into effect. Nothing's actually happened, but are you still disgruntled about it? I know Bean probably is, and Crick probably is. You're the only other person who voted against it.
We're just the three of us?
3 nays.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still against the rule. I mean, but I'm against the rule, but I'm not against trying to work it in my favor.
So you're not going to just, like, exclude yourself?
Right. Or did I say I was going to?
I feel like you did. I mean, we can go back.
All right. Rewind a bit. I mean,
I think you said during the summer, nobody, yeah, exactly. Nobody should send me anything over the summer.
I think I did.
Because I won't acknowledge it.
Right, I do remember saying that. I do. And you know what? Nobody sent me anything. So, people are true to it. Kind of worked out. Because I said I don't want to hear anything about fantasy football in the summer because I'm all about fantasy baseball.
Right.
Which my team in your league is currently last and you are in first.
Yeah, I was. I'm in fourth now.
Are you fourth? Okay. Well, I'm trying to tank the season now for the first pick. Which we don't do random things to go by records.
That's right.
But yeah, no. I'm not. Well, as far as like talking about trade time with this in mind, I'm not quite sure if it's. I mean, I feel like it's sensitive information, but it's up to the person whether or not you want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, on to you, Brian.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it out there because I already put it out there on the lineup. I said I am interested.
Wait.
Well,
So you guys are talking on the lineup?
yeah, it's been going for like a couple weeks.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep. And
I have to get back on.
you got to get back on. And I just threw it out there because I think Jet or somebody said, "Well, what's going on with all these off-season trades?" I thought it was going to blowing up, you know. And so I said, "Well, I'll throw my little matchstick to try and get this fire going." And I said that I'm willing to trade my first overall pick for the other team's first round pick plus a keeper, like a respectable keeper that I'd actually want. And I know that I got an offer from you.
Right.
Which, do you want me to talk about? Or maybe not. Keep it off the record.
Okay, you can talk about
All right, he offered me Tyler Eifert in the, 8th round?
it. No.
What is he? Oh, 13th.
13th
Okay,
round.
13th round.
2 years to go.
Two years.
Or Willie Snead, 5th round. Or Kirk Cousins.
Wow. I didn't know about Kirk Cousins
Or, hey,
until right
Thielen,
now.
Adam Thielen might be a keeper. I don't know. I have no idea. I got some options.
So,
That goes out to everybody else too. Hey, if you want one of my guys, let me know.
and you are the 9th overall pick, correct?
And the 9th overall pick. I don't get that luck that Gags gets and you get. I haven't had like a top 5 pick in. Well, actually, I was like number 5. I haven't had a top 3 pick in like 10 years.
What were you last year for?
No, I
I
was
don't know.
7 or 8. I think it was 8.
Okay. But the other person who reached out
Would
to
have
me,
had the number 1 pick if somebody.
I remember.
Battery life.
Yeah, it was my phone. It was my fault.
This is why you should make a concession in this trade, Brian.
Well, that won't be happening. The other person who reached out to me is Mr. Kabisic, so I'll address you on the podcast.
Now, is
And
he the only one that's reached out to you?
other than you, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think everybody except for Bean,
Right. Well,
Judd, and Craig are really into fantasy football right now.
Right. Well, I mean, so let it be known
Yeah.
that Brian Volsco is fielding offers for the number 1 overall pick.
Which everyone would know if they're on the lineup, but you know.
Yes, I will.
Some
get on
people
the-
aren't. Maybe Crick, a few others. Josh, I doubt he's on the lineup. I think he deleted it.
Yeah, I deleted it myself.
Yeah.
I need room on my phone.
So, anyways, Craig, I'm going to make you an offer. I don't know if I'm going to take it, but I just want to see what your response would be. I'm interested in Landry in the 8th, but with one stipulation. The stipulation would be that we don't just trade that for the first round. We trade draft position. So you, from the very beginning to the end of the draft, you will pick with the first overall pick. So that means you'd get the first, and then the 24th and 25th pick, and I would get like the 7th and the 19th. Because I think you're 7th overall. Yeah. So you can consider it. I'm interested in Landry, 8th overall. I think it's his last year, so I wouldn't get another year with him, but I would consider it. And
Makes no sense to me.
anybody else out there who thinks that they are interested in the first overall pick, get back to me. Let me know. You can get me on the line app or call into the Google the Google
Call
phone.
your straight number, man. Just call me on the Volsco phone.
Or you can call me on my cell phone. All right, that's all I have for trade time. I'm curious to see if any trades happen. Who knows? Maybe nobody can actually work a deal.
Yeah. And I think you should field offers before you make your final decision.
Absolutely.
Because I, for one, don't want Craig having the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, and maybe I'll get a better offer than that. I don't know. But we've got about a month and a half till the draft, right?
Right.
So it'd be like end of August. So yeah, about a month and a half. So we'll see if anything shakes out. I know Bean is sitting at home crossing his fingers that no trades happen because it screws up his app. Because he likes to have everything plugged in perfectly, and he's hoping for 0 trades.
I like it. I agree with Bean.
Unless you get a trade.
Yeah, less than an action offer. Yeah, sure. Exactly. All right, this next little bit, since we were talking about interviews, I am going to do a question. Since Brian is most of his off season been with NOLA, we're going to fire some questions at him mostly about football, and we're going to see if he's been paying attention at all, or if he hasn't, and which then we can blame him for the terrible trade that he makes for the first pick. So without further ado, we're going to ask 10 questions to Brian and see if he can answer these.
All right. Now,
And-
if I get 5 of these right, I'll be amazed.
Yeah. Well, and you guys can play along too. See if you guys can answer them as well. See if you've been following your podcasts, being Justin and Craig. And I don't know anybody else, maybe Craig. So without further ado, first question, Brian. Who is Washington's number 1 wide receiver this year?
I know it's not Deshaun Jackson. I know he moved. Technically, probably Jordan Reed.
Wrong. Terrell Pryor.
Wow, I did not know that.
Okay. What is Marshawn Lynch doing this season?
I'm going to say he's still sitting at home waiting for his phone to ring.
Wow. Seriously?
I'm dead serious.
Marshawn Lynch is going to be the starting running back for the Oakland Raiders.
That's amazing. That is amazing. I just got pretty excited.
I actually thought that was the one that you would get out of them all.
I feel like Vince right now.
Yeah, you are on that level.
I don't have Sports Center, all right? I don't have Sports Center.
You have a computer.
That's true.
All right, will Adrian Peterson play for the Vikings?
No.
Who will he play for?
I will say that he's going to play for the Browns.
Wow.
That would be awesome.
Wow.
Is that true?
No, it's not true.
Did I get that one?
You got the no part.
Okay.
I mean, that was pretty easy. He's going to play for the New Orleans Saints.
So wait, he is playing?
He's playing for the Saints this year, yeah.
Okay.
So you have the choice between him and Mark Ingram for the drafting. Wow. So,
I'll take AP.
Well, probably. Who is the highest paid quarterback in the league right now? Just signed a contract. Literally.
Just signed, like today?
Well, like within the last couple weeks, I think.
Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Tony Romo. That was a joke.
Yes.
That was a joke.
No.
Is it Dak?
No. Are you kidding? The Cowboys are going to hang on to that crappy contract as long as they can. No, it's David Carr.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, and I was going to actually, I would have had fun with the Marshall Lynch thing because he said, we're going to hand the ball to Marshall Lynch on the 1. So keep that in mind when you're drafting.
Is David Carr really worth like that much money? I don't even know how much it is, but
it's the quarterback window thing. So you got to pay him higher. Matthew Stafford is probably going to be the next highest paid quarterback within before the season starts.
Wow.
So that's why I got
what's Carr getting? Do you know?
Something like $25 million a year. Something ridiculous.
Insane.
All right, this one you should get. What wide receiver did the Steelers draft this year? Just the first name is all we need.
Drafted receiver. I know this, but I can't remember.
Plays for USC, college.
I don't follow college football.
Gosh.
Let's say John.
Starts with a J.
Jerry.
No.
George. That's a G.
J and a U.
Justin.
No.
Jut.
Yeah, you've had way too many tries.
All right.
His first name is Juju. Thought you would have got that.
Juju.
Something. Juju something. But cue the bad Juju jokes.
No.
When the Steelers lose.
Ooh, it's the first drop he has is bad
Bad
Juju.
All right. Who does Tom Brady have as a wife?
Oh. Giselle.
There you go. There's one for you.
That's one.
Okay. Next one.
Why is that question on there?
Because I wanted to make sure you got one.
Okay.
What white receiver will pair up with Marcus Mariota this year?
I know you told me this too. It's funny that you've got a question about a white receiver. It's not Jordy Nelson, but I'm gonna say Jordy Nelson.
What? No, it's not Jordy Nelson. Eric Decker.
Oh wow, you did tell me that.
Yes. Okay. What team will Alshon Jeffrey play for this year?
You told me this one too. I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
No, the Philadelphia Eagles, Brian. You are. It's not going so.
I got one.
You got one. Okay. What country did Colin Kaepernick just go to find his personal independence?
Cuba.
No. Ghana. And that was a tough
What does
one.
that mean? Personal independence.
I don't know. It's a black thing. I don't know.
It's funny you had a white question and a black question.
I just swear I was just rolling down writing these things. All right, last one. This one is not about football, Brian. This one is right up your alley.
Okay.
What character is famous for drinking coffee and eating cherry pie in his role?
That's Dale Cooper, Agent Dale Cooper.
Yes, you got it. Nice.
2 out of 10.
Nice. High five.
20 This is amazing that this podcast is going to be under 1 hour, because it'll probably be the last one that's under an hour. But Delling, do you have any final thoughts before we carry on with our July 6th day?
Final thoughts? Yes. So, I mean, new season coming, new dreams, new excitement, new heartbreak. I'm looking forward to it. As always, the draft is the best day. It'll be a long ride for us, so we're gonna get to know Justin and Craig a little better than we want to.
Yeah.
And but no, I look forward to seeing everybody again, and I also look forward to coming up with a new team name, because Craig refuses to say it, which I still think is disrespectful.
What is your team name right now?
Dumb Spirals Bureau.
That's right.
So yeah, Craig, disrespectful. Just because you have a very unoriginal Springfield Isotopes name.
For the last 13
Yeah,
years.
which speaks volumes about yourself. You're an unoriginal person. So, but yeah, that's it. Just good luck to everybody. Hope everybody's off season's going well. Enjoying the summer, and just enjoy the rest of it. Have a good time before you buckle down and get into the nitty gritty of fantasy football life.
Yeah, I probably won't really get into it until the beginning of August. I think Craig said he does about the same. And from then on out, I'll just be working at it, an hour here, an hour there. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of July. Not think about fantasy football at all. As you can already tell, I haven't. What else? We're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do for this drive, when we're gonna go, because if it were up to me, and it kind of is since I'm driving, but I think we should leave Saturday night.
Really?
Yeah, I think we should.
Night,
Yeah,
we're gonna stay.
Gags.
We can't even. Well, we gotta wait for the.
Yep,
the
we
Doritos
just invited ourselves. I know.
But they don't get off work until midnight.
10, 11. Yeah.
Well, kitchen doesn't close till 11.
Oh. Yeah, you're probably right. We should probably.
Justin has to get his drinking in,
True.
so might not be able to leave until 1.
Yeah, and then we wouldn't get there until probably 5 or 6 in the morning.
I mean, we could probably go stay at Wimber overnight.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure we're gonna do that. Yeah.
To cut down 2 hours of driving.
I think Nola's giving kisses.
Giving kisses, Nola? Huh? No.
No.
She's looking at the phone. All right.
But yeah,
That's Nola's
so
opinion.
maybe then we'll just leave bright and early on Sunday.
Bright and early Sunday
We're
from
gonna
Wimber.
have to. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a long day.
It is.
I don't even know exactly where Gags lives, but I'm assuming from Wimber it's gonna be at least a 4-hour drive.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea where he lives either. Which is only right, because they've been making the drive too.
No,
last
yeah,
couple
I
years.
completely agree. Because I know Jimmy and Gags are sitting there saying, "Hey, we didn't get back till 2 in the morning." The
Right.
last couple of years.
Right.
So, just it's not as fun whenever the shoe's on the other foot.
Right. Well, same with Jim Crick.
Yeah.
Crick said he's extremely happy. I think it's only an hour ride for him this time or something. So, and Sally's happy too.
Yeah.
So we just gotta win it again.
Yep.
Get it back to the West.
That's right. All right. I think that's pretty much it for today, Delling. What do you think?
I agree, Brian. Are you ready?
I'm always ready, Delling.